Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India's Aspirational Districts program aims to ensure inclusive and all-round development across the nation. Food Corporation of India supplies over 70 lakh tons of free food grains to all states and union territories under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. Health Minister Pangnyu Phom reviews management of COVID-19 pandemic and vaccination in all districts. And World Day Against Child Labour being observed today. As many states are relaxing lockdown norms, we advise our listeners not to lower their guard as the COVID-19 pandemic remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow the 4 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 6 feet for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene, and get vaccinated. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075 and state helpline numbers 700-55-39653 and 1800-345-0019. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that India's Aspirational Districts program aims to ensure inclusive and all-round development across the nation. In a tweet today, Modi said many districts have witnessed holistic transformation under this program. He expressed happiness on a report wherein United Nations Development Programme UNDP India has lauded the Aspirational Districts program, terming it as a very successful model of local area development. The report said neglected districts and areas affected by left-wing extremism have experienced more growth and development in the last 3 years than ever before due to concerted efforts made under the program. It further said the Aspirational Districts program has been immensely successful in propelling development among backward districts. The report was handed over by UNDP India Resident Representative Shoko Nota to Niti Aayog Vice Chairman Dr. Rajiv Kumar and CEO Amitabh Kant yesterday. Food Corporation of India has supplied over 70 lakh tons of free food grains to all states and union territories under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday announced that a scheme benefiting nearly 80 crore people in the country have been extended till November this year. Consumer Affairs Ministry said 13 states and union territories, namely Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Chandigarh, Goa, Kerala, Lakshadweep, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Puducherry, Punjab, Telangana and Tripura have lifted full allocation for May and June this year. 23 states and union territories have lifted 100% food grains from the allocation for the month of May. Central Consumer Affairs and Public Distribution Ministry has informed that Centre will bear the entire cost on account of distribution under the scheme, including food subsidy, intra-state transportation and dealers' margin. Centre has sensitized governments of all states and union territories to complete distribution of free food grains under the scheme in a time-bound manner. Health and Family Welfare Minister Pangnyu Phom held a video conference meeting today with district chief medical officers and medical superintendents to review the management of COVID-19 pandemic and COVID-19 vaccination in all districts. The meeting discussed on presence of officers and staff in their place of posting, COVID testing, vaccination mobilization, vaccine availability, functioning of equipments in respective districts, deployment of oxygen concentrators, oxygen cylinders and ventilators, and availability of ambulances. It also deliberated on coverage of rural areas, sharing information with DETF in a transparent manner, providing details of funds and other resources made available, implementation and progress impact of activities under NHP, World Bank, contribution or donation received from various NGOs, companies, churches and well-wishers. Further, it discussed on requirement of PPEs, masks, vaccine or medicine, and any equipment, incentives to nurses and other employees under NHM during isolation, grievances or queries from the district, and status of manpower under district hospital, community health centers and primary health centers. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on a YouTube channel, AIR News Kohima. World Day Against Child Labour is being observed today under the theme Act Now, End Child Labour. On the occasion, Union Minister for Women and Child Development, Smriti Irani, has called upon everyone to reaffirm ourselves our commitment towards combating child labour. She said that every child has a right to education and a happy childhood. The minister added that it is with people's participation that we can ensure our children get a childhood they deserve. Chairperson of National Commission for Protection of Child Rights, Priyank Kanungo, has called upon everyone to resolve to educate and empower children. He said that child labour is a legal offence. The chairperson also called upon everyone to boycott all such goods and services in which child labour has been directly or indirectly used. Deputy Commissioner and Chairman, District Task Force, Twensang, Kumar Ramnikant, has activated the COVID Care Centre, CCC, at Government Polytechnic, Sedem, yesterday. The main target of the CCC is to provide a place for all asymptomatic COVID patients who do not have home isolation facility. The centre will be jointly managed by District Administration Twensang, Pastors Union Twensang Town, Medical Department, Police, CKS, KTC, USLP, YTC and ECS. Wokha District Task Force (DTF) for COVID-19 held an emergency meeting yesterday under the chairmanship of Lanko Sen Zanglao, Additional Deputy Commissioner Wokha, to review COVID situation in the district. The meeting deliberated on important points which were approved by the House. The House decided to create awareness and dissemination of information related to COVID-19 at an aggressive level through development of IEC material, social media mobile vehicle announcement in all colonies, and action to be taken by DPRO. It decided that shops selling essential commodities will be permitted to open between 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and non-essential commodities shops will be allowed to open only on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays. On report of non-cooperation by some colonies, villages and public in surveillance activities of the medical department, it was reminded that such cases should be brought to the notice of the nodal officer for community surveillance in charge, ESC, at Chungbemo area. The meeting also resolved that taxis of vehicles from other districts plying through Wokha district will not be allowed to hold except for essential purpose, and the same action to be initiated by Superintendent of Police, Wokha. With the total lockdown extended in the state till 18th of June, Deputy Commissioner Kifre and Additional Deputy Commissioner Futsero has issued additional directives till the lockdown period. The practice of no mask, no movement, and no mask, no entry will be strictly enforced by all concerned. In Kifre, permitted shops and business establishments will be allowed to open between 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. all days in a week, while in Futsero, it will be open from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. Regular religious services and gatherings will continue to be suspended. However, prayer meetings and fellowships may be allowed in religious places with not more than 20 persons. Any person or group of persons violating this order will be deemed to have committed an offence punishable under Section 188 of the Indian Penal Code. And now 20 news, here are the main points again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India's Aspirational Districts program aims to ensure inclusive and all-round development across the nation. Food Corporation of India supplies over 17 lakh tons of free food grains to all states and union territories under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. Health Minister Pangnyu Phom reviews management of COVID-19 pandemic and vaccination in all districts. And World Day Against Child Labour being observed today. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.